So in this video we're going to go over program 7.2, which deals with reading text data from an external file. This is found in page 102 in your textbook. So for this program, first we need to put the file that we want to read, the data file, inside the SAS University Edition folder and inside my folders, which is inside SAS University Edition. I already did that. It's this file here called demographic. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 columns. Each column is a variable. The first variable is an ID. Second variable is the gender of the person. Third column is the age of the person. Fourth column is the height of the person in inches. Fifth column is the weight of the person. And the sixth column is another character variable, which is the political affiliation, independent, Republican, Democrat of the person. We have only 5 observations here, 5 people. It's a pretty small data set, but it's just, to illustrate how you read a delimited data file. In this case, the delimiter or the delimiting character is basically a space. You could also have a comma separated data where you have a comma between each of the variables. Okay, so that would be your CSV type file, comma separated variables or values. But in this case, the delimiter is space. Okay, so let me close this and go into SAS. So how do we read this file into SAS? Well, first we have to have the data step, data, and we're going to name the data set, right? We're going to name it whatever we want to name it. Let's say demo, as the book uses, demo. That's the name for our data set. Semicolon, do not forget the semicolon. Now, the in-file statement that we already saw in the previous program will tell SAS where the file is, right? The file that we want to read. So columns, and then it's / folders. So it's inside my folders. Folders, my folders. And then the title or the name of the file is demographic.txt. So basically this is telling SAS, and then semicolon obviously, this is telling SAS, go inside my folders, the folder is my folders, and read this file, demographic.txt. Okay. Now, as we saw, the demographic.txt file has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 variables. It's not like the one that we used previously, the Celsius.txt, which only had 1 variable. So now we have to identify the different variables so SAS can store them into different columns or different variables, right? So we do that by writing an input statement. So input, and then first column, we'll call it the ID, right? The ID is a character variable, it's not numerical, so we have to put a $ symbol after the variable, indicating that ID is not a number, it's a character, okay? It's just a code, it doesn't have a numerical meaning like the age or the height. And then we have gender, which is the second column, we call it gender. That's another character variable, so we have to write a $ symbol after it to tell SAS that this is a character variable. And then we have age, we have height, we have weight, and then we have party or political affiliation, whatever you want to call it. And that is another character variable, so we have to place a $ symbol after it. And then semicolon. So this input line is telling SAS, okay, on the first column you have the ID, which is a character variable. Second column you have the gender. Third column you have age, height, then you have height, then you have weight, then you have party, which is a character variable. Okay, so it's basically telling us how to read the columns of data on this file. And then just say run, and let's run this program and see what do we get. Okay, so we have created a data set which is called demo, and it's stored in the work library, right, which is the temporary library demo, you see, and it has the variables that we specified, right? We have ID, gender, age, height, weight, and party, and it, the data was read from the demographic txt file.